has launched a platform to compete with Twitter. It's called Threads and has already attracted millions of users.
アナウンスもなかったため、ネット上はツイッターへの猛批判で溢れ返る。
Alright, so this is the new Threads app from Facebook, the Twitter killer.
A platform that's hoping to weave its way into the social media space and entangle its competitor Twitter.
Threads is built on top of Instagram, which already has billions of users all around the world. And that's going to make a ready-made audience.
I think you should be worried. I think you should be very concerned.
Today we will be talking about Twitter's newest competitor Threads, created by Meta. Apparently, the reason Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg wanted to fight in a Roman Colosseum was because Mark Zuckerberg wanted to release his Twitter clone Threads. While we don't know whether the cage fight between the two tech moguls will happen, we do know Twitter has a new rival. Meta's new Twitter clone Threads was released in July 6 this year. Meta is saying they will allow new Threads users to follow the same creator accounts on Threads that they followed on Instagram. After the release on July 6, over 30 million users have signed up to the Threads app. This is pretty impressive since there is no desktop version of Threads yet, and you have to have an Instagram account to even sign up to Threads. You can't really open a new Threads account without having an Instagram account. According to the description on the App Store, Threads is a place to discuss topics you care about today and what will be trending tomorrow. Threads is also an Instagram-linked app, so for Instagram creators, you get to keep your username, find your followers, connect over conversation, and share your point of view with your old followers. The screenshots of the Threads app show it has a similar interface to Twitter. You can repost, like, and limit who can reply to your posts. Threads was clearly created with the sole intention of stealing users from Twitter. It's joined the flurry of apps that's trying to siphon off users from Twitter following a series of missteps by Elon Musk. These apps are Mastodon, Blue Sky, and Truth Social. Meta's new Threads app can integrate with ActivityPub, a decentralized social media protocol. These allows users of the new app to take their accounts with them to other apps using the same decentralized protocol like Mastodon. For a while now, Twitter's ecosystem has deteriorated under Elon Musk's rule. More and more features that used to be free have now been paywalled. Content moderation policies have been loosened too much. Mark Zuckerberg's Threads app and possible Twitter thread didn't come out of nowhere. The app has been in development since January under the name Project 92. In an internal company-wide meeting at Meta HQ, news agency Verge managed to get a look at the Threads app. Meta's chief product officer Chris Cox said he's been hearing from creators and public figures who are interested in having a platform that is sanely run, throwing shade at Elon Musk. He was clearly comparing Threads to Twitter, which he alleges was not well run. When Elon Musk found out about the Threads app, he replied with a sarcastic tweet saying, "Thank goodness they're so sanely run." The founder of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, put out the tweet making fun of Facebook's new Threads app, saying all your threads belong to us, while showing a screenshot of all the data Facebook said the Threads app would collect from its users, implying if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. Elon Musk acknowledged the tweet. Now, many of you may recognize the name Threads. That's because Instagram used to have a companion app of the same name in 2019 called Threads. Meta created a standalone messaging app to compete with Snapchat. Threads allowed you to message anyone you designated as close friends on Instagram. Obviously, we all know Meta bought Snapchat. Threads at the time didn't gain mainstream adoption like Zuckerberg had hoped. After their old Threads app debuted in 2019, Facebook made Messenger and Instagram interoperable. That meant Instagram users could message Facebook users and vice versa. No one knew where the old Threads fit into Meta's product pipeline anymore, leading to Threads' eventual closure in December 2021. Unlike the old Threads app, which started in 2019, this new Threads app, which started in 2023, may see more successes than its older counterpart. Twitter's constant controversies have driven its users up a wall. Many are thinking of making the switch, but just can't find the right platform that fulfills the same roles Twitter did for them. Twitter users are looking for a solution to their Twitter problems. The Threads app just might be that solution. Just last week, Elon Musk broke Twitter again after he decided to limit the amount of tweets Twitter users could view daily. On July 1st, Elon put out a tweet saying Twitter has applied a few temporary limitations to combat the extreme levels of data scraping and system manipulation. The rate limits were as followed. Verified accounts were only allowed to read 6,000 posts per day. Newer unverified accounts were limited to reading 300 Twitter posts per day. Older unverified accounts, which accounted for for the majority of Twitter, were limited to viewing 600 posts per day. If a Twitter user reaches their daily limit of 600 tweet views, they will not be able to see any more tweets. This is ridiculous, even if it is to protect Twitter from data scraping. Why would anyone try to limit the amount of posts a user can see on a social media website? Not even Facebook does this. Mr. Beast, a verified Twitter user, responded to the tweet saying he was going to try to see how fast he could read 6,000 Twitter posts in a day just to mess with Elon. However, Elon Musk continued with his rate limit plan. Elon Musk accused the massive AI companies of scraping Twitter's data so aggressively that it damaged the real user experience. Elon forcibly blocked all logged out access to Twitter, claiming it was a temporary emergency measure. If you logged into Twitter, you'd start seeing the rate limit exceeded message instead of tweets. As a result, Twitter's interface broke. Notifications, likes, and lists failed to load. What was normally a website filled with tweets became an empty interface for a few users. One web developer, Sheldon Chang from Mastodon, claimed Twitter was seeing even more traffic after Elon Musk put rate limits on its website. The developer on Mastodon explained Twitter was DDoSing itself. Twitter was firing about 10 requests to itself to try and fetch content that never arrived because Elon was blocking people from reading Twitter without logging in. Sheldon put up a video showing proof of his claims. Another software engineer, Nelson Minar, reproduced the bug as well. All this meant the self-DDoSing became a feedback loop that was overloading Twitter servers. Apparently, there was no company-wide communication about the rate limits Elon set. When Twitter's sales and advertising employees found out, they asked in a private Slack channel what they were supposed to tell clients about how the rate limit would impact ads and received no answers. Twitter's rate limit fiasco might have damaged its core ads business while possibly setting up Twitter's new CEO and advertising expert Linda Yaccarino to fail. Many of Twitter's skeleton crew of engineers were forced to work through July 4th across the weekends and holidays to fix the problems created by Elon's rate limits while trying to fix bad code. Meanwhile, Meta's Threads app has gained 30 million signups within the first week. Elon Musk's mistakes throughout his quest to make Twitter profitable has forced many Twitter users to find other alternative platforms in droves. Perhaps Meta might find more successes with its Threads app than it did with the metaverse. Right now, Elon Musk has threatened to sue Meta for copying Twitter.
According to sources familiar with the letter's existence, Twitter's legal team sending a cease and desist letter to Threads Thursday, accusing Meta, Threads creator and the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, of misappropriating Twitter's trade secrets, and said Meta hired former Twitter employees who retained proprietary information.
Whether the lawsuit does anything to Threads' growth, we will just have to wait and see. I hope you liked the video. Leave a like if you did and subscribe if you haven't already. It's much appreciated.